Hi, I'm Lauren.
And I'm John.
Welcome to the English listening practice. Have you ever felt a gap between your current life and the life you think you should have? This feeling is not about being greedy. It's about your true potential. It's about the book you haven't written or the business you haven't started. It's about becoming the person you were meant to be. There is a feeling that you can be more. What if I told you there is a guide? Not to get rich quick, but to build a richer life by your own design. Welcome to The Architect of You. We are going to explore a very powerful book, Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich.
Now, I know what you might be thinking. The title, Think and Grow Rich, sounds like it's only about money. For years, I also thought the book was just about material things. But that is the biggest misunderstanding. Napoleon Hill studied over 500 of the world's most successful people. He studied people like Henry Ford, Thomas Edison, and John D. Rockefeller. He wasn't just looking at their money. He was looking for what they had in common in their way of thinking. He found that riches meant much more than just money. It meant having a fulfilling career, great relationships, and peace of mind. This book is really an instruction manual for your mind.
We are going to translate Hill's 13 principles for the 21st century. We will see how people like Oprah Winfrey and Elon Musk use these ideas today. Most importantly, we'll see how you can use them in your own life. This is a single, complete episode. When we are finished, you will have a full set of tools to start building the life you want. There are no cliffhangers or part 2. The complete guide will be given to you right here, right now. So, find a comfortable place and turn off distractions. The work we are about to do is very important. It is the work of building yourself.
Everything begins here. It starts with a strong desire. This is the first and most important principle. It's important to understand the difference Hill makes. Most of us spend our lives wishing. We say, I wish I had more money, or I wish I had a better job. A wish is passive. It is a thought that comes and goes without any impact. A desire, in Hill's view, is totally different. It is a burning, all-consuming purpose that guides your actions. A wish is a quick thought. A desire is a way of being.
Hill says that a general desire for riches is not useful. It has no power to motivate you. To give your desire power, you must make it specific. He gives a simple and effective 6-step method for this. Step 1. Decide on the exact amount of money you want. It's not enough to say, I want a lot of money. You must be specific, like $100,000. Step 2. Decide exactly what you will give in return for the money. Hill says there is no such thing as something for nothing. What service or product will you offer? Step 3. Set a definite date to get the money you desire. A goal without a deadline is just a dream. Step 4. Create a clear plan and start right away, even if you don't feel ready. What matters is starting to move. Step 5. Write down a clear statement that combines the first 4 steps. Writing it down makes the idea more real. Step 6. Read your written statement aloud, twice a day, in the morning and at night. As you read, you must see, feel, and believe you already have the money.
After you define your desire, a doubtful voice might appear in your head. It might say, "You can't do that. You're going to fail." This is when the second principle, faith, is needed. Faith is a state of mind. It is a strong belief in yourself. It gives life and power to your thoughts. Without faith, your desire is just a plan with no energy. Faith is the electricity. It is the absolute belief that you will achieve your goal. Hill says you cannot have both faith and fear. One will always win. If you choose to grow faith, you will see opportunities everywhere. The good news is that faith is a state of mind you can create.
A great modern example of this principle is Oprah Winfrey. Her story shows the power of faith in your own potential. She was born into deep poverty and faced terrible hardships. She had every reason to be filled with fear. But from a young age, she had a strong faith that she was meant for something greater. Her faith was not just a wish, it was a deep knowing. She believed in her purpose and her ability to connect with people. This belief guided her actions and helped her overcome every challenge. Oprah didn't wait for her situation to change to believe in herself. She used her belief in herself to change her situation. That is the power of faith.
We have the what, our desire. We have the why, our faith. Now we need the how. How do we build that faith? The answer is Principle 3, autosuggestion. Autosuggestion simply means self-suggestion. It is the way your conscious mind communicates with your subconscious mind. Today, we might call this visualization or affirmations. It is a technique used by top performers to program themselves for success. Your subconscious mind is like a garden. It will grow whatever seed you plant in it, good or bad. Your conscious mind is the gardener. You must choose which seeds to plant. If you deliberately plant seeds of desire and faith, your subconscious mind will work to make them real.
A powerful story that shows this principle is about the actor Jim Carrey. Before he was famous, he was a struggling actor. In 1987, he did something that seemed crazy. He wrote a check to himself for $10 million. In the memo line, he wrote, "For acting services rendered." He dated it for Thanksgiving 1995. He then put that check in his wallet. For years, he saw it every day. That check was his tool for autosuggestion. He was programming his subconscious mind. He was visualizing the reality he wanted. And what happened? Just before Thanksgiving of 1995, he learned he would be paid $10 million for his role in the movie Dumb and Dumber. Jim Carrey used autosuggestion to program his mind for a reality that did not exist yet.
Once your inner world is ready for success, you need a specific kind of power. Napoleon Hill said that knowledge is not power. This is surprising in our information age. Hill says knowledge is only potential power. It becomes real power only when it is used in a definite plan of action. He also talked about two types of knowledge, general and specialized. General knowledge is knowing a little about a lot of things. It's not very useful for achieving a major goal. Specialized knowledge is the key. This is a deep understanding of a specific field. To be successful, you must become an expert in your chosen area. And you must be a lifelong learner. Successful people never stop learning about their field.
You have desire, faith, and knowledge. But how do you connect them to create a plan? You do it in the workshop of your mind, your imagination. Hill believed imagination was critical for innovators and leaders. He said there are two types of imagination. The first is synthetic imagination. This is when you rearrange existing ideas into new combinations. Most innovation is the work of synthetic imagination. The second is creative imagination. This is where you get new ideas and inspirations, like a hunch. It is the mind's receiving set for new thoughts. To use it, your mind must be stimulated by a burning desire.
Let's look at Steve Jobs. He was a master of synthetic imagination. He did not invent the personal computer, the MP3 player, or the mobile phone. But he and his team took existing technologies. They combined them with beautiful design and easy-to-use software. This created revolutionary products like the iPhone and iPad. He saw the same parts as everyone else but imagined a new way to put them together. Jobs also used creative imagination. The vision for a single device like the iPhone was a creative leap. He had the hunch or inspiration that it was possible. Then he used synthetic imagination to make it real.
An idea from your imagination is powerful, but it has no power until it is turned into a definite, organized plan. This is Principle 6. Hill said you must have practical, working plans. First, you must work with a group of people to create and carry out your plan. This is called a mastermind group. You need the experience and imagination of others. Second, decide how you will reward the members of your group. Third, meet with your group at least twice a week. Fourth, maintain perfect harmony and respect within your group. This turns planning into a creative group process.
For a modern example of amazing planning, look at Elon Musk and SpaceX. His burning desire is to make humanity a multiplanetary species. His plan is not just a vague dream. It is a detailed, long-term strategy. He has a grand plan to develop a reusable transportation system called Starship. The smaller steps are also planned out. For example, achieving orbital flight and mass-producing starships. His planning process also accepts failure. Each Starship explosion is seen as a fast way to learn and improve the next design. So, your plan must be definite, but you must also plan for it to change. Planning is a continuous process of action, feedback, and improvement.
You have a brilliant plan. But it's worthless if you wait for the perfect time to start. The seventh principle is the spark that starts the plan. It is the principle of decision. Hill observed that successful people make decisions quickly, and they change them very slowly, if at all. Unsuccessful people make decisions slowly and change them often. Indecision is the enemy. It comes from a fear of being wrong. Procrastination is a decision-making problem. We delay because we are afraid to commit to an action.
For a modern tool, we can look at Jeff Bezos and his decision framework at Amazon. He says there are two types of decisions. Type 2 decisions are like a two-way door. They are reversible. If you make a mistake, you can easily go back. Most decisions in life are type 2. They should be made quickly with about 70% of the information you wish you had. Waiting for 90% certainty is too slow. Type 1 decisions are like a one-way door. They are not reversible. The consequences of being wrong are high. These decisions are rare and must be made very carefully and slowly. The biggest mistake is treating a Type 2 decision like a Type 1 decision. Think about a decision you are facing now. Is it a one-way or two-way door? If it's a two-way door, make the decision today.
You've made a decision and taken action. Then, you face a setback. You fail. What you do in this moment is what defines you. This is where the 8th principle, persistence, is so important. Persistence is the power of your will. Hill says that willpower and desire, when combined, are an unstoppable pair. Persistence turns raw material into something unbreakable, like carbon turns iron into steel. In many cases, persistence is the only difference between success and failure.
To understand persistence, let's look at the story of J.K. Rowling. Before she was famous, she called herself the biggest failure I knew. She faced terrible personal problems, including poverty and depression. She was a single mother living on government benefits. She wrote the Harry Potter manuscript in cafes because she couldn't afford to heat her apartment. Then came the professional rejection. The manuscript for Harry Potter was rejected by 12 different publishers. They told her it was too long or that books about magic didn't sell. One publisher told her to get a day job. Think about that. 12 times. The world told her that her dream was worthless. Most people would have quit. But she didn't because her desire was a burning purpose. Her persistence showed her faith. The 13th publisher, Bloomsbury, finally said yes.
So far, our journey has been mostly about you. But great success is rarely a solo performance. This brings us to the 9th principle, the power of the mastermind. A mastermind is the coordination of knowledge and effort between two or more people for a specific goal. Hill said that when two minds come together, they create a third, invisible force. This third mind is the synergy that comes from the group. History is full of powerful mastermind groups. Henry Ford, Thomas Edison, and Harvey Firestone were in a group called the Vagabonds. They met regularly to share ideas.
A great example of a mastermind is the music group, the Beatles. They were more than 4 talented musicians. Their creative genius was a product of their unique synergy. The songwriting partnership of John Lennon and Paul McCartney was a fusion of opposites. McCartney was optimistic and melodic. Lennon was rebellious and cynical. This tension between them helped create their amazing songs. They challenged each other and made each other better. They also worked to give each member a platform which kept the group together. For example, they always wrote a song for Ringo to sing on each album. This shows that a mastermind is a tool anyone can use.
We now come to the most misunderstood principle. The title is The Mystery of Sex Transmutation. Let's remove the old-fashioned words and find the core idea. Transmute means to change energy from one form to another. Hill's idea is that the desire for sexual expression is the most powerful human desire. When people feel this drive, they have more imagination, courage, and creativity. The mystery is learning how to take this powerful energy and redirect it toward other creative goals. This principle is not about stopping this desire. Suppression is unhealthy. Transmutation is about giving this energy another positive outlet. It is about channeling the river, not blocking it. Think of it as aiming your most powerful motivating force at your highest goals.
We have often mentioned the powerful part of you that runs everything. This is Principle 11, the subconscious mind. This principle helps you understand how the other techniques work. The subconscious mind is the part of your mind that works outside your direct awareness. It is your internal autopilot. Right now, your subconscious mind is telling your heart to beat and your lungs to breathe. It also stores all your habits, like driving a car. Think of an iceberg. The small tip above the water is your conscious mind. The huge, powerful part below the water is your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind accepts whatever thoughts you give it, especially thoughts with strong emotion. Then it works to turn those thoughts into reality.
The next principle uses an interesting analogy for the brain. Hill believed every human brain is both a broadcasting and a receiving station for thoughts. Think of it like a biological radio. Your brain broadcasts your dominant thoughts, especially those with emotion. Your creative imagination is the receiving set. It can pick up thoughts from other brains. A radio can only play the station it is tuned to. In the same way, your brain is tuned by your dominant emotional state. If your mind is tuned to fear, you will only receive negative thoughts and see problems. But if you tune your brain to confidence and abundance, you will receive positive thoughts and see opportunities. You are deliberately tuning your receiver to the station of success.
We have reached the final step, the top of the pyramid. This is the sixth sense. You can only understand this principle after you have started using the other 12. In modern terms, the sixth sense is highly developed intuition. It is the source of your hunches or gut feelings. It is a quiet inner voice that guides and warns you. The most important thing is that you cannot try to use it. It is a skill that develops inside you naturally as you master the other principles. With this sixth sense, a guardian angel helps you. It warns you of dangers and shows you opportunities. It is not magic. It is mastery.
We have walked through all 13 of Napoleon Hill's principles. This is the blueprint for building a new reality. But Hill gives one final warning. He warns against the 6 ghosts of fear, such as the fear of poverty and the fear of criticism. These fears are the enemies of the 13 principles. Now, this is a lot of information. To avoid feeling overwhelmed, we want you to take one small step. Do not try to master all 13 principles tomorrow. Just pick one. If you feel lost, start with desire. Take 30 minutes today and write your 6-step statement. If you are stuck in procrastination, start with decision. Make one small choice today. If you feel alone, start with the mastermind. Call one person you respect for advice. Take one small, real action in the next 24 hours.
The ultimate secret of Think and Grow Rich is this: the power is not in the book. The power has always been inside you. The book is just the key. It is the instruction manual for the amazing mind you were born with. You have listened this long because a part of you is ready. A part of you knows it's time to stop living by accident and start living by design. So take the key and turn the lock. Take your first step. The architect of you is you. And your work begins now.